After 8 years of marriage, Tom and Lily were over. Life had gotten in the way. Pressures of work, unspoken resentments, and small misunderstandings, once laughable, now felt heavy. The warmth between them grew colder until one night, after yet another argument, they both agreed to a break. The separation was painful. Lily moved in with a friend. Tom remained in their house. At first, the silence was a relief, a break from the constant tension. But one day, as Lily dropped their son off with him for the day, Tom found himself gawking at her. He quickly caught himself and looked away. The next time, he had to go over to her friends to pick up their son. There she was in a plain t-shirt and cargo pants. Yet, she looked so beautiful. He missed her laughter and their playful banter. That evening, Tom's heart ached. He had made mistakes. Work had consumed him. He'd taken her for granted, stopped listening to her in the ways that really mattered. All the times she'd tried to talk, and he'd brushed her off, thinking there'd always be time. Tom began to fall in love with Lily all over again. Not just the Lily from the past, but the woman she was now, strong, patient, and more understanding than he deserved. The thought of losing her for good terrified him, but even more frightening was the idea that he might repeat the same mistakes. One day, they met for coffee to discuss bills and their son. Sitting across from her, Tom could barely concentrate. He realized how much he still loved her. He needed to show her he had changed, that he wouldn't let his work or pride get in their way again. "I miss you," he whispered, breaking the conversation. Lily was surprised at his vulnerability. "I've been thinking about us, about everything I did wrong, and I don't want to make those mistakes again." Lily hesitated. "Tom, we can't go back to, I can't go back to feeling like—" "I know," Tom cut in. "I know I failed you. I wasn't there when you needed me. But I'm willing to make it right. I don't want to lose you." In his eyes, Lily saw an honesty, a humility she hadn't seen in a long time. They took it slow, meeting for walks and talking through their issues, rediscovering the reasons they had fallen in love in the first place. Tom showed up in ways he hadn't before, listening more, setting work boundaries, and making time for them. Lily began to trust. Months later, as they sat on the porch of their home, watching the sun dip, Tom reached for her hand, and this time, she didn't pull away. "I'm scared too," she admitted, "but we can try again." Tom squeezed her hand as a quiet promise. "We'll get it right this time," he whispered as he leaned in to kiss her. Love, bruised but resilient, had found its way back to them.